Hello everyone, this is Ana Dominguez, your language coach. Today we are doing the third part from the poem that is called Chaos, and I have titled these phonetic exercises Chaos and Order, the Phonetic Labyrinth. And this is the third part. We are doing the reading of a poem that was written in 1922 by Gerard Nolts Trinité. And this is the third part. So if you want, you can check the videos that I will place over here. And I'm showing you here already. These two are the ones that we have already done. You can find it in my YouTube channel, the Phonetic Labyrinth Part 1, the Phonetic Labyrinth Part 2. This is important. Why is that important? Why is this important? Why is phonetic important for learning a second language, in this case, English? Well, basically because if you know how to read the transcription, you are more accurate with the sound of each word. And sometimes we think it's said in one way, but it's actually not. So it's important that we review even the most simple words. Then also we have to pay attention to the most difficult ones. So in here, I'm going to review with you very quickly the monophthongs, monophthongs, and diphthongs. And pay attention that I have placed here the transcription of the words. This is, remember, this A that it seems inverted. We use it as the symbol, the phonetic symbol, or the phoneme that is the O. So monophthongs, monophthongs. And the schwa is the E that is inverted as well. You can see that it's like an E in English, or in Spanish we would say E, but it's upside down. So remember, this is the monophthongs are E with two dots means long, so we have E and E, short sound. Then we have the E sound, long with two dots, or simple sound of E without two dots, and it can be transcribed with this symbol. Usually it's like a three kind of, it looks like a three inverted, or looking and open to the right. And we have the other way of doing the transcription of this sound, E, with the normal Spanish E, we could say. Then the schwa sound is this one that is it's with the color, very light green color, that I always, if you are accustomed to my coaching, you know that I use this color for the schwa. The green that is darker is for that sound, that is E sound. E sound goes with yellow. And then we have the schwa that, remember, is this is not even a sound. It's more like a sigh, we could say. And it's something very natural, very relaxed, that you don't even need to emit any sound, really. You will find out through this exercise. Then we have the A sound, the three different A sounds. We have the A that is coming from, for example, from up. We have also cut. Up is open, it's more open. Cut, it's less open, right? And we also have the A with prolonged sound with two dots. Then we have a O sound, the one that we have used before with monophthongs. Can you see that? These two are with this, it's between green and blue color. And so you have that color with this sound, oh, it's more like an O. And then we have this C as well, open to the left with the two dots. That means that you have to prolong the O sound. Then we have the U sound, prolonged with two dots, or simple, this symbol that is Greek symbol for the, but we are using it actually for the U sound, okay? Then the diphthongs, you have it the IE, ¿vale? So IE, A, or which is a sound with the schwa sound. Then we have the, for example, coat, coat. So as you can see, the consonant, it's making us the sound, the schwa sound, because it's very relaxed, and it's coming after the, for example, the ka sound, right? Like in this case, in the case of coat. Also, for example, when you say home, home is this also this schwa with the u, and this is a diphthong. Then we have I, we also have au. Then we have oi, like for example, toy, boy. And then we have the u, which is, for example, cure, for example. So it's the u sound. Okay. So let's continue with the reading of the poem. You will find out through the reading, and you will practice with me. Recommendation: say the words after me, or pause the video and try to read the poem with me, along with me. We read the few first pages of the poem in the first and in the second video, so let's continue with these lines. I'm going to place the poem, the paragraph with the lines or the verse, and beside you can see the transcription, the phonetic transcription. This is an exercise that I have to say is very useful for those like me that are preparing to pass the official exam to become an official English teacher in Escuela Oficial de Idiomas. And you know that in June 2023, we will pass an exam, and also for those who are studying to pass the civil exam in secondary education. So also this might be very useful for you, because one of the exercises, at least for Escuela Oficial de Idiomas, is to know how to do transcriptions, phonetic transcriptions. So let's start with this. It would be something like that. You see that says liberty, library, heave, and heaven. Racial, locks, mustache, 11. We say hallowed, but allowed. So can you see the sound there, the schwa? Allowed. Not allowed, because in Spanish we have the tendency to most of the schwas convert them into an e or a sound, when actually it shouldn't be as strong as the a. So it's very, very relaxed sound. Allowed. Then we have people, leopard, toad, but vowed. 84. Mark, and please bear in mind that most of the time when there is an R in English, especially British, they prolong the vowel, but they don't pronounce the R, they don't roll the R. So like, for example, in this case, mark or car, right? So mark, D, or D, in this case is D. Can you see the schwa sound there? So mark the differences, or the difference. If it were plural, would be differences, but in this case is difference. And if you pay attention to what you are doing and you hear the sound, you will find out that after F and after the R, very soft R, you are not making any effort, and the sound that comes after it is the schwa sound. Then you have moreover, over, that sound, okay, this deep tongue that we have practiced before from, for example, home or coat. So this is the same, over. between mover, can you see the R is not being pronounced there? Mover, plava, yes? So as you can see the patterns of English. The E at the end is usually not pronounced. When there is an R, also it's not pronounced, and you prolong the vowel, or you use a schwa, like in this case, mover, plava, dover, liches, bridges, wise, precise, chalice, but, police. Remember, it's not po, it's not o, it's schwa, polish, okay, polish, and lice, okay. Let's keep going with the reading. Camel, constable, unstable, principal, disciple, level, puddle, penal, and canal. As you can see, there is no a. It's coming after k sound, so it's inevitable that you make that sound that is a schwa. Canal. That's why it's essential that you pronounce after me, okay? You are at home probably on your own, so just say it out loud and that will be okay. Practice. So after me, okay? I'm repeating a lot of times because I'm not concerned on what you are saying right now with the meaning and everything. I'm concerned on of the sound that what I'm making and the sound that I wanted to incorporate and see clearly between how it's written and how it's pronounced and how is the transcription, the phonetic transcription of that word. Okay, so let's continue with wait. Look at this. Surmise, and the stress, sometimes it appears in commas, and those commas are calling the attention of there is a kind of stress there. So surmise, so that it's because the R is not being pronounced, so you kind of make more stronger the sound of z. Surmise, plat, like the same, like cut, is the same sound. Okay, it's not as open as up, cut, plat. Promise, pal, shoot, and I have forgotten to put a little bit of the J that appears there. I usually color it in yellow because that means that there is a kind of E sound there. In Spanish, we call this palatalización, so it's an E, no? So that's why we use it that. It should have been this one in yellow, but anyway. Suit, sweet. Then we have ruin, and then we have circuit. And this is important that you pronounce the sound of because the R, as you can see, is not pronounced, but we need to pronounce the E sound. So circuit, candid. So it's not conduit, it's candid. Okay, be careful with that. Then we have rhyme with shack, it, and beyond it. And this actually, this O is I should have colored this like with this other color that is more like a blue color. just for you to remember that it's not a, it's like, it's very close. This is more related to the sound of O, so beyond it. But it is not, had, you can see that, had, there is no R, had to tell why it's pole, mole, but pale, mel, pale, mel. Let's keep going. Then we have muscle, muscular, 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 jail, jail, iron, iron. Can you see there is no R? It's three, we could, 2 R's. We can, when we see these 3 vowels together, is a diphthong, and then we have the schwa. So it's iron, iron, timber, climb, climb, climb. So there is no B there. Climb, climb, buoyant, buoyant, buoyant. That also you can find the transcription instead of the J, so the J, we can also replace it for the E, as I told you before. Then we have also lion, lion. Fijaros esta. The tendency for Spanish speakers is to say worm, y nos quedamos tan panchos, pero eso es una lombriz, ¿no? Es un gusano. Fijaros, es con la E de bird, o de word, o de world. So, fijaros, esto es así. Worm, worm. And storm, storm. Face, no, chase, sorry, chase, chase. Chaos, chaos, chaos. Chair, chair. Can you see the R? It's not rolled there. And obviously chaos is one of these important words, because that's what we are saying all the time in and it's the name of this poem, chaos. Okay. Then we continue with senator, senator, spectator, spectator. Then we have mayor, mayor. Fíjate, no hay una I, no hay ni una Y ni una R. Mayor, mayor. That's him. This is not mayor, it's mayor. Let's continue with that. Ivy, privy, privy, ivy, privy, famous, clamor. Heath, the, A, ABC, no? A, has the A of. Fijaros esa A que os he dicho que se parece a la que antes aparecía en rojo, no? And now appears in blue. That's in the correct color that I should have placed in the other one. So that's the O. So it's the same of. Drum, drum, and hammer, hammer. Again, the R is not pronounced. Pussy, hussy, and pathos. Pathos, sorry, pathos, the possess, no? Possess. Desert, desert, no, excuse me, I'm going to repeat. Desert, remember the stress is when there is a comma, so desert, but desert. Desert, but desert. And address, address. Again, it's not address, it's not a, it's a, it's well, it's not even a, it's the schwa sound, address. I mean, it's incredible how many times we kick the sound, the natural sound of English, but still we are being understood. So this is just to help you advance and proficient level of English, students of mine, that you want to really come closer and closer to the natural British accent. And you can practice with me this poem and see the the difficulties of this exercise and the practice. And some of them are very common words, you know, like, for example, this one, first, the last sentence, when you say dessert, but desert, address. How many times we have said address, and we just say it, and we think that we are very correct, and then we are not, but it's okay. We are still in the process of making our English sound better and better each time. Then we have golf, wolf, wolf, countenance, countenance, lieutenants, lieutenants, lieutenants. Be careful, because it's completely different as if it is written. Okay, this is a very famous movie where it appears Meryl Streep, and I know that you the wife of the lieutenant's wife or something like that is the movie, and I have always say lieutenants, and no, in English is lieutenants. And then we have hoist, hoist in lieu. Can you see the J that is colored with E, because that's the sound E. So lieu of flags, flags, left, pennants, pennants, courier, courier. Yeah, and then we have courtier, courtier, courtier. That's a difficult word. Tomb, tomb, bomb, bomb, and comb, the verb to comb your hair, right? Then we have cow, but couper, some, and home. As you see, and you see the sound is not it's not really but it kinds of that. It's more like than home. So there is a schwa and u, right? Then we have solder. Also, you can spell soda, okay? Soda. So you could use the L or without L. Solder, sold there, or solder. We also use sold, soldier. So it's not the same to say soldier than soldier. Then we have blood is thicker. This one is tough, but this one, remember, is sound more like so quoth. So this that W, quoth. He then, be careful with this one, liquor, or can you see there is no R, or liquor. Making it is sad but true. In bravado, much ado, much ado, and much ado. Remember, that reminds me at least to Much Ado About Nothing, one of the titles of Shakespeare plays. Very famous. In Spanish, we say mucho ruido y pocas nueces. So remember that line. It should be say like that. Much ado. And stranger, that not rhyme with anger. Neither or neither, you know that you could say neither or neither or either or either, okay? So this is something that we all know, and here you have it. Explain, and you have the two options, neither or neither. So neither or neither. Das devour, 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 devour. With plunger, plunger. Pilot, pilot, remember this, pilot, pivot, gaunt, but and. So and march, for example, now that we are doing Little Women. Okay, so and march, like this. Font, front, and this is from want, home, no, como home, remember this O, so want, want, I'm still in this word. It's complicated for me because it appears the U-O sound or schwa and U sound, which is, if I say it without thinking, I would say want and I will be fine. But it's actually like when you say, for example, we have to use coat, right? So the same with the W. Won't, won't, want, want. Ese want que decimos nosotros es una O, ¿vale? Es sound O. So want, I want something. It's the same off. It's the same sound like off, want. Grand, and grand. And the difference is that we have to prolong a little bit more the sound of the A at the end. So one thing is to say grand and grand. You prolong a little bit the vowel. Then we have arsenic, arsenic, actually there is no A in between, so arsenic is arsenic, so we don't say arsenic, we say arsenic. Specific, cynic. Then we have relic, rhetoric, so the O is like a schwa, rhetoric. Hygienic, so remember the stress, hygienic. Then we have gooseberry, goose, and remember OU, so where's the schwa sound and U, like home, so you say cloth, but close. The difference is this S sound at the end, and the other is a Z, so clothes, and then we have close. Okay. Then we have paradise, rice, rose, so rosa, rose, and dolls. And there is 4 pages more and we will have finished. So till here, the 10 different paragraphs that I wanted to read again with you to review the phonetics. I know it's complicated. If you want, you can practice it along the text that I have in my drive, and I usually share with the people that are that I am accompanying, and I'm coaching them in order to reach their goals in their second language, which is English. So thank you for listening to me till here. I hope that this has been useful. Now it's your turn to read it slowly. Go to my website if you want to know more about my services, and my website, you know, is www.analanguagecoach.com. There you can find more things that I do, and you can hire my services. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you soon. Bye.